Stay tuned and let's take a look at the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Ninja Rangers. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply, show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at all 4 of the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Ninja Rangers that were released so far. So we've got black, blue, white and pink. Otherwise, Adam, Billy, Tommy and Kimberly. Now, nowhere on the box does it say Ninjetti Rangers, because these are definitely not the movie figures Hasbro want you to believe. These are, of course, the Ninja Rangers from season 3 of Mighty Morphin. We all know that the continuity of the movie is a little bit different to the TV show, but they did reuse those same costume designs and elements in the show. So it's technically a little loophole, but these still give me the movie feels. We've already got the Tango Warriors. Now we've got some Ninja Rangers to fight them. They come with all 3 of the face portraits that you get with the Ninja Power Rangers, and hopefully I'll explain that and throw up some images as we go through. But I am happy to get all these. I did get them about a month ago, but when I received mine, Tommy was completely missing a head. Some serious QC issues there from Hasbro. I had to send an email to Hasbro customer care. Thankfully, they did email back, sent me a nice letter apologising, and they sent me the replacement head. So now I have all 3 heads for all 4 of these figures. So all is forgiven, but it did leave a bitter taste in my mouth. But I'm over it now and I want to get these open. So let's first take a look at one of the boxes. So we did pay a premium price for these, more of a deluxe price if you will, because we get the 3 portraits, an effect piece and some interchangeable hands. But I do always like the Lightning Collection box art, nice and simple and smart. As I said, it says Ninja, Pink Ranger. It's not Ninjetti, it's not the movie. Spin it around under the back, just one simple promo image and then loads of legal stuff. No cross sale. It does seem a shame because someone picking these up off the shelf may not know that the other Rangers are out there. So some cross sale wouldn't go amiss here on the back of the packaging, but I still always enjoy the Lightning Collection. It looks very smart, looks great to display, but I'm going to open them up. And here we have the Ninja Rangers out of the packaging, all posed up. And I always appreciate Lightning Collection. They can pose really well, and these are completely pinless figures as well. These Rangers are in their full Ninja Ranger form from the TV show, because as I said, the continuity of the movie and the TV show were different. However, the same concepts and costume designs were reused. That's why these look so familiar, but they are not movie figures. However, I'm going to pretend that they are in my collection, and I'm sure you will forgive me. We have the Crane, the Falcon, the Frog, and the Wolf. And again, these are their full Ninja Ranger forms. In the show, they use their Ninja Ranger power to fight the Tango Warriors before the big bad came around. They would eventually turn into the Power Rangers, of course. And I believe in the show, they got their powers from Ninja, who we have got as a retro release, but yet to get him in the Lightning Collection. So that's one to look forward to. And of course, we've still got to get yellow and red as well. So with Lightning Collection, we know we'll get there. We just have to be patient. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll have the team complete, but we shall see. So I'm going to look at these individually one by one and of course check out their portraits. So let's do that. Let's start with Kimberly. So here we have Kimberly with all of her accessories from the box, including those 3 face portraits. We also get an interchangeable set of karate hands as well for posing. But the figure overall looks very nice. She is proportionately a little bit different, as it is the only female ranger that we have gotten so far. But the Crane logo there on the front is very clean and crisp with a gold shimmer, as well with the nice details around on the wrists and on the boots as well. So it looks really good. I am very curious to see what she looks like with those other heads. So let's zoom in. So first up, we get Kimberly in a fully transformed Ninja Power uniform, where you've got the wraps and the hood up, but you can still see the eyes just barely under there as well, giving you a little hint. And also you can see a really good look at that Crane logo here on the front as well. Very clean and crisp, glimmers under my lights as well. So that's really nice. We get the gold piping as well that goes over the shoulder and round onto the back. On the shoulder pads, you get the white diamonds outlined in gold, the white sash around the waist, wrist pads, you got the diamonds with the gold, same on the shins, diamond and gold. And again, really nicely done. We even get the laces sculpted in on the back. Completely pinless figure on the elbows, double jointed elbows and double jointed knees as well. So that's great. We also get the ball joint with the ab crunch, and this piece is a separate overlay that hides the articulation, but I assure you it's still under there, and I'll show you articulation in a minute. But first, we want to see her other portraits, because this is the fully transformed look, which looks pretty good to be fair, but we do have options. So let's look. The second head is the hood up with the mask and the bandana. You can definitely see Kimberly's face a little bit more clearly here. It also comes with an interchangeable scarf piece that sort of sits around the shoulders as well to sort of show you that the wraps have been pulled down. No bandana now on the back either. We've just got the hood up. But again, looks really good. Definitely looks like Kimberly as well. As I said, it gives me those movie vibes as well. So you're going to have options for display. But there's also another one. So the hood is down, the mask is off, but we still have the pink bandana to match the rest of the ninja uniform. I've even kept on that interchangeable neck piece around the shoulders there just to add another layer. But overall, I do think it's an okay face sculpt, not the greatest of likeness, but I do plan on using these portraits to display the actors and characters behind the masks, behind the helmets, as we're yet to get civilian rangers. This is the closest we have gotten, but the hair sculpt is pretty good, to be fair. Spin it around to the back. Maybe if I take that neck piece off, it will sit more flush, but overall, I do think it's really good to have all three options for our Ninja Rangers. So for one more time, I'll throw up all three of our options on the screen. We've got the fully Ninja Ranger, the half Ninja Ranger, and then the civilian head. You let me know in the comments how you plan on displaying your Rangers. I honestly like all three. They do look better in person than the promo images you're seeing online. So maybe your mind will change when you get them in hand. But what are you planning? Do you have them in hand already? Let me know in the comments below. Out of the box, she comes with some fisted hands, but we do get a set of fighting hands. We've got one karate chop hand and then another fighting pose hand as well, with the fingers sticking out a little bit more. We do get one more accessory, which is this swoosh kicking effect, which I don't think I've seen before from Lightning Collection. It's pearlescent white, so it's probably fading away against my white background, but I assure you it's there. And it fits on either of the feet, just like a slipper. And as I said, it creates a swooshing kicking effect. So when you're taking pictures or just posing up your ninjas, fighting, there you go. Now you can have a more dynamic pose with this swoosh effect. So I like it when they try new things. Not bad. With accessories like that, it's a good job that these figures have a lot of articulation for posing options. And as this is the only female ninja we've got so far in figure form, let's have a look at the articulation. So the head is on a dumbbell joint, hindered a little bit by this scarf piece, but you can still get it looking up and down, side to side a little bit. The shoulders are nicely done as well because the shoulder piece is attached to the figure. So as you spin the shoulder around, that design will follow it and not break up. There's also a swivel at the bicep and also a nice double jointed pinless elbow, hinge and swivel at the wrist as well. So that's really good. As I've already mentioned, there is an ab crunch hidden under this softer piece of plastic. You just got to work it a little bit, but you still get some range there. Also, the waist is on a ball joint, so you get the swivel at the waist, which you can see there, and also a bit of tilt. The hips are on a drop down joint, so you can get a lot of range going out and of course forward, which is great for ninja kicking and whatnot. So you can basically do the splits. There's a swivel up here at the thigh and also a great double jointed knee as well. Again, pinless. Nice hidden boot swivel with the design of the boot, and of course a hinge and a rocker on the ankle. So a lot of range on this figure for a ninja character for some posing, which is really good. So I like this a lot, and I'm sure the males will be very similar. But Kimberly is so far so good. Moving on to the first of the three lads, we're going with my personal favourite Ranger from when I was a kid. Whether it was Zach or Adam, it was always the Black Ranger. So much like the Pink Ranger, we get the same sort of things. 3 interchangeable heads, a set of interchangeable hands, and a swoosh effect as well. So let's zoom in. Taking a closer look at Adam in his full ninja form, again with the wraps and the hood up. May look a little bit stupid, but again, side by side, it is very accurate to what we've seen on the show, and the figures do look better in person than they come across online. I assure you of that. But we get a nice crisp gold frog logo, which glimmers under my lights there. That's very clear. I like that. We get that gold trim that goes up and around onto the back. There we get the bandana dangling as well. The white wrap on the waist, that same sort of pattern on the shoulder pads with the white diamond with the gold trim. Same on the wrist gauntlets and then down on the shin pads as well. And overall, this is the same as Kimberly, just on a male book now, so it's a little bit bulkier. And the cloth design is done pretty well in plastic, considering it is representing a very baggy ninja uniform. My thigh gaps though seem to be pretty big. I'm not a fan of that. You can literally see my white background behind the thigh gap. So the thigh swivels there, but it's just very gappy, which again, this whole wave seems to be riddled with QC issues, which is very disappointing. The white wrap breaks up the waist articulation with the swivel, the ball joint, and there is a crunch under there as well. Again, this is like a separate plastic overlay that sort of hides the articulation, but makes for a very clean design. So if you're like me, you're just going to pose these up to look good on the shelf, then no doubts this looks pretty good. So yeah, all in all, overall, pretty good, like the Black Ranger, but what's the likeness like of the heads? Next up, we're going for the hood and the mask on, and also now the bandana's showing as well. And I like this look. This one definitely gives me the movie feels. I know it's not a movie figure, but it's the closest thing we're going to get is this specific look, as that's how we've seen him in the film. And the likeness to Adam is pretty good, considering we can only really see his eyes and that tuft of hair sticking through, but I don't think it's too bad at all. I never know if I'm putting that sort of neck wrap on properly, because now it's sort of dangling over the frog emblem on the front, so I don't know if I have that on backwards. I just really don't know, but overall I think it looks pretty good. And finally, we have the hood down, the mask is off. We've still got the bandana, of course, but now we can see Adam a lot more clearly. And overall, I think the likeness here is pretty good. A little bit glossy under my lights, but I like how we've still got the bandana on to show it's part of the ninja uniform, of course. And from certain angles, that is pretty good likeness, to be fair. I definitely recognize that as Adam all day long. So that's pretty good. And again, if I bring up all three face sculpts once again, so we got the full ninja mask, the half ninja mask, which reminds me of the movie, and then we have the hood down, the mask off in the middle there for Adam, which overall the likeness is pretty good. So yeah, I'm very happy with all three of these head sculpts. They genuinely all look much better in person, so I'm a little bit conflicted of how I'm going to display these. So in regards to accessories, out of the box he comes with a set of fisted hands and a set of interchangeable fighting pose hands. We've got like a chop there and a grip in this hand, and his accessory, just like Kimberly, is a swoosh style effect, which has got a little bit of a glimmer to it, but this time instead of it going to the foot, you actually attach it to the karate chop hand, and now you have like a dynamic sort of chop swoosh effect, if you will, that you can use for pictures or for display. So again, it is nice to have a difference. So there you go, a choppy sort of swoosh for the hand. Now, as this is a different body to Kimberly, let's do articulation again, as now this is the male book. But as you can see in the background, we got Tommy and Billy, as all three of these figures are on the same body mold. So the range of articulation is going to be exactly the same. However, my Adam definitely has one leg bigger than the other because it's just not flush on the thigh. But still, just like Kimberly, the arms will go all the way up to 90. There is an attachment there with a shoulder pad, so that design will follow it all the way around. Double jointed elbow, of course, which does work really well. They have made sort of gaps in the crease of the design so you can still get range at the elbows, and there's a hinge and swivel at the wrist. Of course, the ball joint at the waist, so you get the waist swivel there, and there's also a crunch hidden under this design, so you sort of got to force it, but it's definitely there. You get a little bit forward, a little bit back, but it gets very gappy at the front here, which I'm not a big fan of. Drop down hips, so you can get range of the legs, literally going all the way out that way, and pretty good going forward as well. Not so much back, but that's fine. Decent double jointed elbows and knees here. As you can see, he can kick his own lower back. Literally, yep, there you go, all day. And then he's got a boot swivel hidden on the design very well, and then an ankle pivot and rocker. So, to be fair, for a ninja character, I do think you're going to be able to get him in some decent poses, considering, as I said, he is in a very sort of baggy cloth outfit, which was hard to replicate in plastic, but they've done a pretty good job. So all three of these will have the same sort of a range of articulation. So it's the last time you'll be seeing me do that. And I will do more comparisons at the end, but of course here we have the Black Ninja Ranger compared to the Black Power Ranger, and the Rangers are only a tiny bit bigger because of the helmet. And if I bring the Black Ranger out a minute and just bring in Kimberly, as these are the two figures we have looked at so far. So obviously I've went through these two in quite a bit of detail. I will probably skim through Billy and Tommy, but as you can see, Kimberly is a little bit shorter, as she should be, and not as wide and as thick as the male book. So obviously we're going to get this repainted in yellow and this repainted in red, and then we'll have the whole team. But I'm not mad about it, as that's what the costume design was all about, so it makes sense. So yeah, let's have a quick look at Billy and Tommy. So next up is Billy, looking very good in the blue wolf, of course. Much of the same with 3 interchangeable heads, set of interchangeable hands, and then his fighting effect is different yet again, so we'll look at that too. So let's zoom in. So here we have Billy in his full ninja form, again with the wraps and the hood up, just with the eyes barely showing. It looks like Billy's looking straight forward, unlike Adam, who was like looking off to the left or the right. So at least this looks pretty good. It looks pretty sinister under there as well. But compared to how we've seen it in the show, it's pretty spot on. We get the wolf logo as well, glimmering in my lights. That wolf, gold wolf, looks pretty good as well. The gold trim all the way around, same on the shoulders with the white diamond, same white diamond there on the wrists. We've got the white sash, dangling bandana at the back there, which is of course a separate piece on all of these figures. Moving down to the shin pads, that same design, which is always pretty clean with the white diamond and the gold outline. laces sort of sculpted in the back. And again, considering it's a guy in ninja pajamas, the plastic sculpt is pretty good. So let's see those head swaps. So here we have the hood up, the face mask on, and of course the bandana there. You can see his tuft of hair sticking out just a little bit as well. And the likeness is okay, but my mind's eye of Billy will always be wearing glasses anyway. So Billy, when he didn't have his glasses on, always confused me a little bit. But I assure you, it's him, and the likeness isn't bad at all. Again, that sort of scarf piece just dangles barely over the emblem on the front, but overall, no bandana on the back. But yeah, overall, pretty good. So finally, we have the hood down, the face mask off, still got the bandana, of course, and now we see the likeness to Billy a lot better. And overall, I think the likeness is okay. Again, without the glasses, it's really hard for me to see the Billy that I know. So again, I'm sure it's a great head sculpt, but for me, Billy needs his glasses on. I just can't help it. I'm a stereotype. What can I say? But yeah, that's a pretty good head sculpt. Again, the bandana this time dangles as well. So if I bring in the other two faces again real quick with the full ninja outfit and then that half ninja face that reminds me of the film, overall pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm still conflicted of how I'm gonna pose these. Moving on to accessories out of the box, Billy comes with a set of fisted hands and a set of fighting posing hands. Again, we've got another chop here, and then this time it's like the knuckles are a little bit more tense, and that's because his effect piece is different to Adam's and Kimberly's, as this one will fit on this unique hand there, and it looks sort of like a sort of mega punch, if you will. So that's a pretty good effect piece for Billy to have. So again, all three of these rangers have different effect pieces for displaying, but they're all made in this white sort of pearlescent plastic, but that one fits on that hand pretty well. And again, you get like a sonic punch. And then finally, it's always nice to see the straight up comparison with the Ninja Ranger and then the Power Ranger, and I think these pose up very nice together on the shelf. And last but not least, we have Tommy. Now I say something to laugh because showing off a white figure on a white background isn't the best of ideas, Dan, is it? But as I said, it's the last one now, so we know what we're getting ourselves in for. And also, I was still a little bit sad that he was missing the head when I first got him, but it's not Tommy's fault, that's Hasbro's. But we're over it, we're over it. Tommy does come with 3 heads, finally, hooray! Set of interchangeable hands and then an effect piece. And again, I think this is different to all the rest, maybe. We shall find out, but let's zoom in. So here we have Tommy in his fully transformed ninja power look with the wraps, the hood up, and you can barely see the eyes. And if you see the straight up comparison, again, it is very accurate to what we see, even if it is a bit silly in regards to design. How do they see out of these things? But he has the black diamond this time because he can't have a white diamond if he's wearing a white uniform. So we get the black diamonds with the gold highlights and that Falcon logo on the chest. Again, looks very clear and crisp, glimmering under my lights, but you get the gold highlights. This time he gets a black band, unlike the white of the others. And again, the diamonds on this figure are black, not white, because he's got the white uniform. But they're all in the same places, same sculpt, just different paint deco. Of course, there they are again on the shins. Same sculpted boots, same sculpted costume, and overall a pretty good look with these dangling bits. So yeah, this look has grew on me as I've opened these figures up, but we have options. Here we have Tommy in the half ninja look, of course, hood up, face mask on, and the bandana showing. Again, you can't really tell if the likeness is great because all you can really see is the eyes, but obviously it's the White Ranger, it's Tommy. He has that neck sort of collar piece on. I still don't know if I'm putting on that on the right way around or not. This time it barely even touches the emblem on the front, so maybe I've got it backwards or the others were wrong. I just don't know, but I'm sure both work is the point. But yeah, this time he doesn't have the bandana because he's got the hood up, and this is the look that reminds me of the movie, that is for sure. But we do get one more, and the last one is hood down, mask off, just the bandana, and this is the one that was missing in the box, so finally it's here. And this is the one I thought I wanted to display with because I wanted to show the civilian heads, but after having all these figures out of the box, I'm still unsure what I'm going to do. But as you can see, he's got his hair tied back, so his ponytail is actually entangled in the bandana wraps as well. And yeah, we've seen quite a few Tommy Oliver head sculpts now with this Lightning collection. I don't think this is the best, but I don't think it's the worst. I think it's somewhere in the middle. It's okay, not bad at all. And if I should really mention as well that all the heads are on a dumbbell, as in like there's a ball in the neck and on the head. So there is lots of range. It's just, it seems like it's limited because of this neck piece, but on all of the figures, it's got a good range. It's just this neck piece is going to limit it, but still lots of movement there. But anyway, enough about that. If I bring in all 3 of the other heads, then you can make your mind up for yourself. Which is the best head? Which ones are you going to use in your display? Now we've seen all of these figures. What are you going to do? Are you going to go full ninja power, half mask, or completely maskless? Let me know in the comments. below. In regards to accessories, out of the box, he comes with a set of fisted hands for punching those Tenga warriors. And of course, 2 fighting pose hands in sort of chop style. And his effect piece is a little bit thicker than the others, but that's because it's for the foot of a male ranger. So again, you can use these on any ranger you want. It doesn't have to be the one they come with. So that's a little bit thicker of a hole, but you literally can stick his foot in there. And now you have Tommy and his ninja kicking swoosh effect. It's probably not even in focus. White figure, white display piece, white background. This is a terrible review, but there you go. White swoosh effect thing that you can put on the foot of any ranger. And again, I guess you could load up a ranger with all these accessory pieces if you want to, but there you go. So all of them come with a slightly different piece, and Tommy can do some ninja kicks. And finally, here we have the white Ninja Ranger, all powered up, of course, compared to the regular white Power Ranger. Calling him regular is sort of selling him short, as everyone loves the White Ranger, but these two look great together, and I'm really happy to see the Lightning Collection continuing to give the Mighty Morphin era some love. And now that we've looked at all 4 of the Rangers, pink, black, blue and white, let's look at them all together with their civilian head sculpts, as this was my original plan for display. As we do not have civilian Rangers yet, and we're not even sure we will at any point, this is probably your best bet at getting the character's likeness on the shelf without sacrificing a helmet. So I actually like this setup. Of course, we're missing red and yellow, but hopefully we get them before the year is out to complete the nice Power Rangers Ninja team with plenty of options for display. So let's bring in some other characters from Power Rangers to see how these Ninja Rangers compare. And of course, the first comparison I had to do was the Tenga Warriors. Not only did they debut in the movie, and they also give me the movie feels. Like, this whole setup right now gives me movie feels. They are, of course, in season 3 of Mighty Morphin as well, and the whole reason they got the ninja power is to take on the Tenga Warriors. So these are a perfect pair for the shelf, and I think they scale beautifully as well. The Tenga Warriors are bigger, bulkier, a little bit taller, but not massively out of scale either. So I think proportionately they pose really nicely together. If memory serves me right, then occasionally the Putties and the Tenga Warriors would attack together. But again, I could be mixing up my seasons. Let me know in the comments. But here we have the Putties compared to the Ninja Rangers. And yet again, I think they scale beautifully. Obviously not as big and bulky as the Tenga Warriors, but still will pose very nicely fighting your Ninja Rangers. Here we have the Ninja Rangers compared to Lord Zed and Goldar with the wings. And again, they scale really nice. These are going to be a beautiful addition to the Lightning Collection display. This one may seem a bit random, but I do always like showing you that these Hasbro lines scale really well with each other if you want to cross your universes over for a display. So of course here we have the Ninja Rangers compared to a couple of G.I. Joe classified with Duke and Deathstroke. And if you want your teenage Power Rangers to team up with Steve Rogers to take on Baron Zemo, then you can do that on the shelf as well, because here we have the Ninja Rangers compared to a couple of Marvel Legends with the 20th anniversary Captain America and the Walgreens exclusive Baron Zemo. And last but by no means least, here we have the Ninja Rangers compared to Captain Britain and Hellfire Hank. So, final thoughts as they're spinning around the rotating base. Obviously, this review has went on for a while as I've looked at all 4 of these figures, close up, interchangeable heads, and all of that good stuff. So hopefully, this video has helped you make a decision if you want to pick these up or not. Me, for one, I'm in for everything Zordon era. I love the movie, and this is the closest thing we're going to get to the movie. I know these are not technically Power Ranger movie figures, but look at these face sculpts. These are the exact same costumes and face sculpts and actors from the movie. So it still gives me movie feel, especially when you're adding the Tenga Warriors. So yeah, until we do get official movie product, this is going to be my movie setup on the shelf. The Ninja Rangers and some Tenga Warriors. We just need to get either news some way or somehow. But again, they are canon to the series as well. The different continuity was the exact same designs, all of that good stuff. Hopefully I've explained it well enough where you understand what's going on. But bottom line is, I like these Ninja Rangers. I like all the interchangeable heads. All of them are good. Better in person than they seem to be online. I looked online and they look ridiculous. In person, they seem to make a lot of sense, especially when you can compare them to the original material as well. Like, they're pretty spot on. So great articulation, completely pinless as well. So aesthetically, these are some great action figures that are going to pose up really nice on the shelf. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you in for these Ninja Power Rangers? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, If you like reviews about toys, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers, Turtles, G.I. Joes, all of that good stuff, then please, please, please check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, my name is Dan W. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.